Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons. In the last episode, we finished Sand Ruin once and for all, and nothing is gonna break on my stride today in Billy and or the giant egg. Let's get this bread, gamers! Do pardon me sounding a little bit crazy, it's just difficulty spikes are a thing, and also we've reached Giant Palace at last. Meanie Foony, can we meet in person?
Billy! We were too late! Dark Raven already seems to have taken over Giant Palace as well! I can feel his evil powers at work, but we've still got a chance! The giant egg hasn't been hatched yet! You must hurry to the center and get the giant egg, and I will politely pretend that it's not completely your fault for twatting around doing all those optional missions, and your friends hardly helped either, but you know what, time and a place.
So yes, we have arrived at Giant Palace, if you spell it with the letters the other way around. Also, the locals are just these things.
The giant palace assembly with the giant egg nest. We're the experts. Human charged the Indian with nothing to hold a giant egg. Billy, here's the side. You're referring to the giant egg.
Holy mama, that does a number on my food. And by food, of course, I mean... Wow, that actually hurt my diaphragm. Which I didn't even know I could feel. Anyway, I do like the aesthetic environment here, and it's nice that we're having Big the Cat enemies as well, because I'm so tired of the bees. But yes, so last episode was a thing that happened. Hopefully we can make amends this time. And hey, it's Richie with the power of ice and illusions. Now, in hypothetical theory, this episode that is, feature the final boss of this game. And then all will be over forever, except not even close, because, as you will have seen, this level has friend missions. No, you've not seen it has friend missions, but it does. But it has 5 Billy missions, 3 friend missions. We're gonna be here for a while, but the only required mission here is the first one. Now, do I have to climb onto the stack? I'm not seeing stack requirements. I thought maybe there'd be like a chick coin hidden in that or something. I'm fairly sure there are still chick coins here. I have no reason to doubt that. And the only reason why I'm spending so much faff times... Apparently that was required. I was going to say, I just wanted to come back here and... Oh, this is not stand-onable surface. I did not figure as many. I just thought maybe there'd be chick coins here. But enough faff, enough, like, place-to-refacing and time-wastering and skull-chungering. We have a boss to face, but first we have an entire level to get through first. And I feel like Giant Palace gives the same sort of vibes, or the same energy at least, as... Well, I would say the endgame of Anodyne. I would say the fire side of the endgame of Anodyne, because for those who aren't familiar, Anodyne has a sort of an ice-themed area and a fire-themed area, like either side of the endgame area, and this is very similar to the fire side, except this area is quite depictedly not on fire. So I'm going to replace Richie with a Cypher, but then in a hot second we're going to need to grab a Rubbish, because you may recall when we first entered Sand Ruin and we found Rubbish for the first time, that I informed your lovely ASs, and the rest of you by extension, that light elemented friends, of which Rubbish may be the only one, also are those globs. Have we sclumbled into the Lost Winds universe? Well, anyway, I'm just going to send you over there. Yes, light elemented friends have a secondary property to the way they attack. So for one, obviously they attack using light, but there's another aspect to that. So we need to head over here, and nope, we are going to need another egg to get up there. Fair enough. Oh, look how shiny. I was going to comment on Cypher looking lonely, then I got distracted by the pillar. You know, it's like Baby Chain. Y'all familiar with Baby Chain? Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to take a second Rubbish egg, because we've got enemies. I have the power of light. Y'all can eat suffering. You be ashamed of your respective dingles. We don't really need a steel-type crest at a time like this. Well, we could make use of it, but it wouldn't really benefit us in any meaningful way. Okay, fine. I'm just over here now. They just murdered each other. Anyway, so you see these things there? Those are torches. You need to light them with the power of light. This is a thing that happens here. So if you were to associate the various levels of this game with elements, then Giant Palace would be the light elemented area, which I suppose is fitting. Now, these splundleplastures that are of a strange and schnoidular texture, get used to these. These play a very important role in the final boss, so you need to know how to deal with them. You can literally just sort of mop them up with your egg, but this is something that really trips people up who aren't familiar with this game. You need to know that, first of all, that you can clean them up by rolling eggs over them, because our eggs emit light, and that's pure darkness, somehow. And, well, first of all, that you can clean those up in the first place, Mario Sunshine style. And also... Oh, is this... This is... Oh, no! Oh, it's not, but I died anyway. Cool! That wasn't meant to happen. Whatever, I'll just take the regular, like, R-E-G-G. So, what I'm trying to say is, not only that cleaning up those things is possible, but also just how much of it you have to clean up before it counts as being cleaned up. Ooh, ripples. The ripples have rumples. Okay. Also, there's stuff, and I would... There we go. I was going to say, there's invisible stuff as well, which, again, we have darkness, we have light, we have illusions. This is what the Light Temple in Ocarina of Time could have been. But yeah, you need to be fairly strict when cleaning up those splundles of splaff, because if not, then you may have a bad experience. Like, you need to completely clean them up before the count is clean. And I don't remember if there's a particular way of finding them. You just need to wander around till you bumble into them. I played a Flash game once called Room of Rainbow, which works in a very similar principle, where it's one of those Flash games where you have to, like, click to escape. Like, you need to click... It's like an escape room, but in Flash game form. And... like, it's kind of fun, but also kind of garbage, because you have no way of knowing where you're supposed to be clicking. You just need to good luck. Oh, I was going to start rolling this egg around, but actually it's a person. So yeah, for some reason, eggs live up here. Sure, why not? And just... giant egg there. We've heard so much about it. It's been in the title the entire time. Oh. Now, am I going to need a clip-in? Or will you punish me and throw another rubbish puzzle my way? Because that is also a possibility. Oh, egg, do not... Savage. Still, we don't need it. But yes, Giant Palace left a major impression on me the first time that I came here, because, like, you spend the whole game trying, you know, you hear about the giant egg and Giant Palace, and also you must herd crows. That's another puzzle here, which is slightly less important than the cleaning up the goozle. But come to think of it, this reminds me of that one boss from Super Mario Sunshine as well, the manta ray that for some reason I feared as a child, because a childhood friend of mine sort of put the fear into me of, oh no, this is a really difficult boss. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right, because I trust you with other things, like words. But then, as I grew up and got good, it turned out to be not quite so difficult. Also, these are just random shadows. As I said, there's a lot of light and shadow puzzles going on here. It's a surprisingly fun level. But yes, Giant Palace, you hear so much about it, and you actually get to go there, and it actually has a really striking aesthetic to it. Like, it has very distinctive puzzles and, like, mechanics, and it's pretty to look at as well. Like, is it just me? Like, I'm not like ooh, hello. You thought you could slip by me, but you couldn't. I'm not an architect snob, or even an architect buff for that matter. Oh, you again! We haven't seen you since Dino Mountain. I'm gonna hatch this while I still can, just in case you land and squish my butterfly. Okay, first of all, that sounds like a euphemism. Second of all, you know, I was saying in, I think the previous episode, how of the fire-type friends, I thought that, I didn't realize Glarin was quite as rare as it is. Well, I'm having kind of the opposite effect with the butterflies, because, I seem to recall the,
Oh, dearie Kubu!
I wanted to say Christmas and Lulu at the same time, so I'm not sure where the bee came from. There's a bee?
Yes, Tess, a bee.
I had to get that joke off twice in one series. But yeah, so that... Like, the large butterflies seem to have been appearing much more commonly than the small ones, and I could not tell you why. I was operating under the assumption that the smaller ones would be more common because, you know, you would have thought. But yes, the ultimate defense mechanism. Just put a load of slides, that'll keep Tess out. Oh, come on. I got the coin that time, and I landed on the rail, but, like, in through the rail. I have 1 life left. I need to not bungle this up, because cheese on toast is a thing you can eat. Haha. Haha. I done diddly doofuk muck make it. But that says to me I should probably start hatching regular eggs in the vain hopes that they... Could you not eat my pants? In the vain hopes that they might contain a 1-up, because at this point, good doot, I need. My knees need knees. I've said before, about if you had legs instead of knees, but this is like the opposite. I need my knees to have secondary knees so I can have bonus knees. Hopefully, we're not going to run into any more garbage. Ooh, you're a dinosaur. We've had plenty of you. Have I mentioned at any point, by the way, that large eggs do greater damage output? That's how that expression works. You do more damage with a larger egg. And that's, like, incentive enough to keep growing them, but sometimes also they have good things inside them. And in fact... Thank Foop. Find Thoop and express gratitude. There's a cherry inside that plant pot. You're not a dragon egg. This isn't Midday Gardens. It's not midday, never mind. Thank you for your participation. Can I grind lives here? Because if so, I'm going to eat a house. Ooh, get your bricks and mortar ready for my ever-tingling taste buds. Also, I saw a shadow of a chick clone back here. I feel like we're probably going to need to just jump back down. It's just... I'd rather not game over and have to do this level multiple times, you feel, mostly just for my own convenience, but still. Oh, this was just a big circular around the houses. Well, whatever. Now, was I talking about something worthwhile just now, or am I just rambling but with an H, like hambling? Well, I'm gonna hatch this one because cherries. Okay, yes, okay, so when you hatch, like, there's a trade-off. If you have a large egg, you do more damage with it. But I guess it's a little bit harder to control, which is why you'll see me do this if I want to, like, turn around or whatever. But I feel like part of the trade-off of having a large egg is you can hatch said egg, and what you lose in attack power you gain in having either an animal companion or an item. And I feel like there are so many items for what is, like for the number of different items there are in this game, the single-player campaign is rather short, and I feel as though the item sort of library was made with the multiplayer in mind instead. So, oh, that's why that's there. And I missed one anyway. Well, YOLO swag 97. And we're back up here again. Oh, come on, game. Why are you spoon-shaped? Oh, well, at least it's gently rocking me like some sort of baboon. Okay, we're here. We're of various flavors, and 97 isn't even the year of my birth, so I don't know why I said it. Okay, YOLO swag time boss o'clock. Let's go! You can't make bread without eggs, so let's make this bread with our eggs. Yeah!
Daddy.
I'm sorry, I am just peak furry trash. So, this is the final boss. This is Darkraven. He looks fabulous. And, remember what I was saying about cleaning up stuff? That's a big mechanic of this boss. What you need to do is clean up this goop. Because before too long, he'll make the goop explode. And I don't remember if you need to clean up all of it. Yeah, it's expandulating. You need to clean it up. And that does something to him. I forget exactly how it works. You just need to clean... I think we have to clean one whole circle of it. Otherwise that happens. And that makes him vulnerable. I don't remember exactly what the logic there is. It's just a thing you have to do. So, get swabbing, my hearto. I feel like they probably should have used this mechanic for the Pirates Island boss because... swab the deck, me hearty. except Mihati, more like Metana. Except that was a song that I've still not heard it, by the way. People made a big deal out of it, but I've not heard it. Now, somehow, this is supposed to invulnerable him, and I do not know how. So, we may be here for some time. Just see what happens. Oh, there we go. We cleaned one up. I don't know if we had to clean both up, but we cleaned one of them up. And it went all sparkly goo joy. Sparkly goo joy. You will need to charge with your egg a bit in order to... Wow, I was one speck away. But cleaning up just one will make him vulnerable when he tries to explode them. So look forward to that. And then afterwards, stay close to him because his neck attack does a foozle. He has a homing attack, and you need to sort of get them to hit him, because that vulnerables him again. He goes a bit hero him like that. And see, look at how, like, once you do one singular good, look at how much damage you can rack up on this guy. Still, I collected a load of extra lives just in case. And all you need to do is clean up one, but you will need to charge, and don't forget, the circles overlap. So, just fill things up until you see the glow on the ground, because otherwise you will taste suffering forever, like that kind of. I'm taking so much damage because this boss is a little bit crazy house. We've gone to the crazy house. And if memory serves, first of all, once you've cleaned up one circle, that's all it takes. Then you can start relying on the homing missile attack to vulnerabilificate him. So you don't have to worry about it as long as you clean up one circle, but even the still, it's the easiest way. Yeah, okay, so he has two different colors of spear. The darker ones make these circles happen, the lighter ones are the homing missiles that you need to get. So yes, if you do nothing to clean up a circle for too long, then he'll regenerate it, and then you'll take damage because you're probably standing on it. And that was a bit rude, because... Okay, I'm slowly dying, don't mind me. Okay, come on, do your homie throw me, homie blow me, homie, and you are dead.
We did it, guys! We beat Dark Raven! Everything's happily forever.
Except it's the final boss. There's gonna be another phase. We've been new. Yumma-dee-doo, the dark egg hatched. Except it's the giant egg, but it contained dark, and so now Dark Raven becomes... just kind of a raven made of darkness, to be honest. I believe this does count as a checkpoint. Also, you do need to get hit there. I want to see how long I can go without it, but you need to be de-suited. So clearly, Dark Raven has kinkless. You can't interact with eggs if you're not wearing your suit. So just kind of try not to die for a moment, because this is one of those set-piece bosses. Also, pay attention to that. Apparently, Dark Raven just really likes playing games that involve balls. Dark Raven likes balls.
Billy, you must remember, you've gathered much courage on your quest. If you have true courage, you'll be able to defeat Dark Raven. Billy, you must stand up.
I'm already standing, but go off. So yeah, we just kind of get a rainbow thing, and that gives us the power that we already had. But still, note, this is not a free heal. This does not give you invulnerability.
Billy, you must show the power of true courage. Press the B button to catch the evil energy balls that Dark Raven shoots at you. And use the power of her courage to turn the energy balls of your line. I can do it, Billy.
So yeah, when he glows kind of purple, he's going to do that charge attack, apparently multiple times, and then he'll come into roost. He'll do the thing, and you need to catch. So throw it at me, fam. I pressed it to catch, but you know what? Go off. I do believe that this does count as a checkpoint, so if you die here, I believe this is where you continue. I could be wrong about that, so don't get cocky. Or chickeny. Haha, cock. Now, one thing I disagree with is the pressing B to catch, because I've done that both times and Billy's just not responded. It would make more sense if your rooster call was what converted the balls into light, because that's easier to time, and also just... It's a nuisance is what it is, so, there we go. Now, the thing to do next is wait for him to come down, fire it into him, that exposes his heart. You need to use eggs to damage the heart because you have no other means of attack at this point. And also, I mean, you're wearing the chicken suit, so... If you can do half of the life bar in a single run, that's good, because you don't want this to take too long just in case. Also, there's that. So, you gonna fire me a ball, little strawberry me baby? Yes, please, can I catch... Okay, good. Now, I don't think you can catch it and return it in the same pass, so just wait for that, and do that, and then get her anyway, apparently. And just hurry to the nearest egg. You have no chance to survive, make your time, etc., etc. Never mind, there is actually a fixed amount of damage you can do per cycle, so should take at least 3 cycles. Also, watch out for that, because Dark Raven is Dark Elemented, who would have thought? So, he will sometimes end darken the battlefield. I pressed it to catch, but, you know, you do you, game. Also, you might notice, there is no way of healing in this, so try not to suffer. I can't see, by the way. Okay. If you're going to take damage here, it's probably from the B button not existing. So, just gimme. Come on, I want to win. Yeah, I don't think you can grab it and then charge at him. And I just realized it looks like the white idiot from Knights. Okay, that counted somehow. Fall, my tears, so that I can slam you with a hearty breakfast. Of course, it would take another one. I am very offended. Can you please just not kill me? I'm kind of using my life. And yet I died. Okay, that is a checkpoint. Bear with, I will get right back to where I just was. I'm good at this game, I swear. Also, I've not practiced this at all, so yeah. Okay, we are back to where we were, and I have substantially more health because I have not practiced this. I literally have not played this since I beat it the first time, however many years ago. Also, he's been much generouser with when he comes in to do this attack, so yeah, just give me the orb so that I can murderate you. Yes, I've become better with the timing ming. The timing ming, the DJ butt plug. Very good. Okay, there we go. We've done it. And just imagine that. So, you're just up here chilling, being a demigod who's just absorbed the greatest power in the universe. Then some random upstart chicken turns up, smashes an egg into your heart, and the last words you hear are DJ butt plug. I make no apologies for this.
Good morning!
if I could tell you what the hell that ending was, I would, but like, there's an E on his jacket, no idea why, pictured here, the E. Clearly he's just a fan of memes. I don't know why they're pointing and laughing at him. Was the whole game a dream? I don't know. It doesn't seem to have been. It's Japan. It's 2003, not 2006. I don't know why this would be 2006. Bearing in mind that was the year of Sonic 06, and like this is the GameCube. Anyway, this was Billy Hatch from the Giant Egg. Don't worry, this series is not over yet. We've still got another, I would say, at least 5 episodes, because I would like to show off the Joy Carry games, but I don't know if I can, so sort of watch this space as far as that's concerned. Obviously, we still have 4 more missions in Giant Palace, and the 3 friend missions there as well, so that's 7 emblems still left to get. I want to show off the multiplayer, so Mama Hex, watch out, and also I want to finish the egg collection because I have done it before. That is a thing that you can do, and you are acknowledged for doing so. So, yeah, I intend to pursue this game to its fullest, and, yeah, look forward to that. So, I shouldn't give my thoughts on the project here and now, but it's the credits, it's kind of the customary thing to do. So, I would say this game gets a bad rap, but I don't know that for certain, because no one seems to talk about it. Like, the most acknowledgement that Billy Hatcher gets, I'm gesturing with my hands now, you can't even see, but is this game. I believe it makes a couple of appearances in the Sonic Riders games, and there was that one game for the iToy, and that was kind of it. So, I don't know, I mean, I think there was a manga or something, and I think he may have guest starred in one of the Sonic manga sponsors as well. I don't know. Like, do the Archie comics or the IDWs, do they count as manga? Wait, did they borrow from manga storytelling japes? Anyway, I'm getting much off topic here. Point is, this is a very underloved series, and the only time people talk about it is when they're like, oh, look at this quirky little thing that no one's heard of. And like, I think Alpha Rad did that, Nitro Rad's done that. My name doesn't contain Rad, and yet here I am standing this game, because it is good and it is fun. It has the occasional moment of bullshit. It does have a random spike in difficulty, unhelped if you take 6 months between doing one mission and the next. I know, like, I had always intended to play this game at some point, both to allow myself to play through it again, to show it off to the lovely people at home, and also to show Mama Hex, because she and I have racked up many hours over the years, well, earlier rather than more recently, at doing the multiplayer of this game, because it is immense fun. But as a result, she has no idea, or prior to watching this series, because she's been watching it as I've been uploading it, shout out to you, Mama Hex, and also Trixie, if she's on your lap right now, she might not be, I don't know. She has no idea what the single-player mode of this entails, because all she's done is see the multiplayer maps, which are completely isolated from the main story. It takes place at the same levels, but that's it. Oh yes, and the main series of this game, the main theme of this game, rather, is called Chant This Charm, as was in the credits just there, you know, the la 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 la, like that. And the music that played during the final act of the final boss there is called Billy's Courage. And come to think of it, that, like, it also got acknowledgement in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, which is another game that I put much time in with Mama Hex. But yeah, that's one of the background musics you can have for the Billy Hatcher levels, and it's a bit unfitting, especially considering how it's used here, but yeah, you know. So yeah, I'm honestly hoping that if people knew about this game and thought ill of it, that maybe watching me blumble my way through has helped change that opinion. And if you've never heard of it, now you have. I don't know if this was necessarily the best coverage of the game, but it was my coverage of the game. Hey, we did that this episode! So yeah. I won't deny that I've enjoyed recording this, that there have been obviously a couple of hiccups over the last year. It's been a bit of a faff to record at some instances, mostly because real life, but hey, it's amazing what a little global pandemic can do for your motivation. And I'm glad to have this one under my belt as a Test Hex series. So I don't know how much longer the credits have to go, but as I said, join me next time. We'll delve deeper into Giant Palace, we'll look at more of that stunning architecture, have a fantastic time, do more missions, and have fun, because that's kind of the point. For the moment, I guess I ought to be saying that I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. You already know what to expect next time. I've said it like twice already. But yeah, there you go, 2003. I am bad at time. But thank you for watching, if indeed you still are. And to reiterate, this series isn't over yet. Please do join me next time there is more still to come. I forgot Giant Palace was the shape of an emblem. God dang it.